Okay, guess who? It's Nick back on the camera again one more time. I was just getting on with some dehydrating and all of a sudden I realised what I should be doing is making a video about it. So I apologise for not, I started the process a bit early. So what have I got done so far? Here in this rather low cost dehydrator. We got one load there and one load there. These are cooking apples. They are sliced quite thinly. The mandolin slicer I'm using has got a thing on it which means I can adjust the settings. There's an 1/8 of an inch, a 1/4 of an inch, and 3/8 of an inch, so I can get the measurements just right. And I'm just taking these slices of cooking apple and dipping them in a little container of lemon juice, and then they go straight into the dehydrator trays. I can probably get about 2 or 3 apples done today, set them up to dehydrate so I can then store them, so when the winds and ice and snow and sleets of February comes, I can still have some nice fresh cooking apples. That's the plan. Okay, now the way things are is that I've just finished off that tray. I've got 2 more trays to go, so I reckon I can get another 2 apples worth done. Then that'll be set, done and dusted, and we'll see basically how things can go. Let's show you the whole setup. That's your full tray, that's your empty trays, that's the lid for the dehydrator. The fan is top mounted. Okay, that's the top of the machine with a switch over there. The air is drawn in through that hole and blows out through the food out of these holes around the side. Okay, so that's how it dries the fruit. We got 2 trays there, another complete tray done, a couple more to go. We'll get lots of apples done today. Okay, now you see before you a very happy and very full dehydrator. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 5. I think it's 5 apples in there, sliced and ready to go. These pieces are just going to really shrink. They're going to shrink right down to like very small. I've done eating apples before this way, and they became paper thin, and they were wonderful as a trail mix and a breakfast thing when I was going camping in the summer. This is to be stored for proper food storage using these ancient technologies in a modern setting. Okay, so I'm going to keep these for like February so that I can have dishes made up with cooking apples, and I'm probably going to use my slow cooker and shove a few pieces of this into my slow cooker when I'm making like a broth or a vegetable stew or something like that. Just put the lid on top. I mean, this is like the most simple dehydrator in the world. That's it. My flat is now going to start smelling in about 2 hours like an apple shisha. Alright, because all the apple and all the sugar and the fructose is going to be released into the air. I don't quite know which particular chemicals from the apple is going to come into the air, but you're going to be able to smell it. And you're going to start feeling probably a bit dizzy after a while because there'll be so much there, very rich appley smells. So I'm quite looking forward to that, to see what it looks like when it's done. Okay, we're about 4 hours into the dehydration process. As you can see, the apple is actually it's soft. There's still some dampness to it. It's still got a few more hours to go. This is on the top layer. What I've been doing is rotating the trays every couple of hours. Right at the bottom, because in this particular dehydrator, the ones at the bottom get more heat. There's some drying happened there. Those ones were pretty whole before. That's almost there. That's almost crispy. So variable drying. So long as you rotate the trays, you're going to be okay, I reckon. Because then you can try and get more even drying. Taking into account this is a cheap dehydrator. Okay. These ones, this level is almost done as well. Slight bit of dampness there, but that will go. Okay. So yeah, that's good. Remember, these are cooking apples. You'll notice, of course, that there's no yellowing. And there's no yellowing because I gave it a bath with lemon juice first and foremost. So that lets you know. I mean, I know I should have really got organised and showed you this from the outset, from me setting it up onwards, and actually showing you the action of using the mandolin slicer to slice up the apples and so on and so forth, because that will make good internet television. But I just didn't get around to it because I'm living this lifestyle now. Okay, I'm actually sort of like doing this, incorporating this as part of my way of life. So it's becoming more natural for me to just do dehydration when I've got the goods to do it with. So I apologize for that, but never mind. Okay, so now you got a bit of a feeling for doing dehydration, and incorporating that into part of your way of living, because essentially those apples I'm going to just put into plastic bags, shove in the cupboard. That's it. That'll keep me going till February, March, April, and I can just set things up in a slow cooker, cook myself a desserts, or just use that as flavouring. Alternatively, I can rehydrate that with hot water soaked over a period of like an hour or so, and I can cook it. All right, make nice sort of like mushy sort of cooked apple stuff in the dead of the winter, without having to worry about even more space being taken up in my refrigerator and even more power to chill the fruit over a long period of time. So there is a form of saving there if you think about it. But just get into the routine of using this kind of like technology so that you become steadily and slowly more off-grid with the passage of time. That's part of my goal, for myself anyway. Keep cool, get off-grid.